Okay, so today is October 27th, and I went back to the doctor, but it's been a little while since I've talked to you guys. So, the 27th today, I had a doctor's appointment, but I also had one on the 21st. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give you the shots from the video last week. I did not take pictures, I only have video because they took me back so quickly. I'll explain that to you in the video. And then I'll be back to do the appointments for this week. It is October 21st. Now we're approaching 14 weeks. Tomorrow will be 14 weeks. I am on my way into the doctor's in a rare morning appointment because I'm on my way to Salt Lake this weekend. I am at 570, hoping to go to 620 today. I'll let you know. So, 40 cc's. So I'm at 610. I will get at least another fill next week. So I'm actually we're getting close to the end. I did not take before and after pictures because I literally walked in the office and she took me straight back. And I just pulled my shirt off and she did it. So I didn't have a chance to do before and after pictures this week. And then otherwise, there's nothing else really going on. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this one. So now you see what happened last week. No pictures, I'm sorry about that. I know I normally do here's what it looked like at the beginning of the appointment, here's what it looked like at the end of the appointment. I did not do that week because they took me back so quickly. And the woman was already ready for me. She even already had my saline set aside, so I didn't even really have a private moment to take those pictures. This week I did go back, I did my typical routine, so we'll give you those videos inserted right here, and you will get to see the pictures of me at the beginning of the appointment and at the end of the appointment, so there'll be some growth in there. And then I'll talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind. Hello again, YouTube. I don't even know, today's the 27th maybe of October. I'm at 610 cc's. It's a Thursday afternoon, back at the doctor's office. I hope to get at least 50 today, but I'm guessing it's gonna be less based on how tight my breasts are right now. I can't tell if it's the tissue expanders that are giving way or my skin, because my skin feels like I have plenty. Of course, the doctor and the tech trying to slow me down. I don't know. It's a really weird thing. I'm gonna vlog about it later. The thought process at the end of reconstruction, right before you do the final surgery. It's interesting. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you're not gonna be able to look at me at work, if you can't stand the sight of some nippleless, blacked out nipples on some naked boobies, go ahead and skip ahead. I'll give you a little black screen right here. So today was 40 cc's went in, and then they checked. Even though I said I wanted to go bigger than I was before, the doctor only put in a 400 cc expander. Anybody tell you to put in something smaller? I told you I wanted to go bigger than my old size. My old size was almost 400, it was like 385 grams, which they loosely associate with cc's. Little side note, those are not the same things, but okay. So I was 380 something. So I was 380 something or other. I would have to look at my medical records to tell you, but ultimately, cc's and grams, they shouldn't be the same, first off. Secondly, if I was 380 something, why would you put in a 400 cc tissue expander? So what happened today was they put in 40 cc's and said we're getting backflow, meaning the tissue expander itself is refusing to expand more. Not that it won't expand, but she has to push harder to make the saline go in. So she wants to check with the doctor to see if he's okay with me going bigger, which, by the way, really upsets me. So I have to go back in a week and a half so I can see the doctor and see how he feels about what I'm doing. My skin can handle more. My skin is actually super happy. And my body can handle more. Now it's a question of tissue expanders. So that's really upsetting. I indicated earlier that I want to talk a little bit about this part of the process, end game. What does end game mean? And emotionally, what that feels like. So something I'm finding out is that I feel I don't know, entitled is probably the wrong word, but I feel like I went through some shit, okay? And the one thing I get to decide about what comes out after this is my actual tissue expanders / future breasts. So I want them to both, by the way, be on the front of my body and not one on the front and one willing to slide into my armpit. Been saying that since day one. No, don't worry about it. I'm not bitter. Bitter as hell. Anyway, I would like them to be symmetrical because they can be. And I would like to be the size I want to be. And I don't think that the doctor should get a voice. And at the beginning, I asked his opinion. At the beginning, I asked him to help me with expectations. What were you thinking? Why did you talk to me about the surgery? Why did you, at the very last minute, decide not to go under the muscle, right? And he, no, I didn't have an opinion. A lot more people are going above the muscle now anyway. People who have gone under the muscle are going back and being redone above the muscle. I chose to do the above the muscle surgery on you. And I said, well, what size did you have in mind when you did that? I didn't have a size. You decide. Go buy bras. Go kind of see how you feel. See what you like. Okay. I'm in that mindset, and now we get to 600 cc's, and he's like, aren't you done? No, I'm not done. And so there's a part of me that's feeling a little judged, and there's a part of me that's feeling a little entitled, and there's a part of me that's wondering, am I justified? Does this somehow make me vain? That I'm not in pain anymore. This isn't about cancer anymore. This isn't about just surviving. I get to pick what size I want. I get to pick what I want to look like. And because I'm feeling this negative pressure back at me to stop, I'm feeling like kind of judged. Like, can't you be happy? I mean, you are already bigger than what you used to be. So can't you be happy being a little bit bigger? Why do you have to be a lot bigger? Why? What? And I don't feel like it's a lot bigger than it was. On my body, this doesn't look fucked up. It is a little bit bigger than I used to be. Probably by 70 cc's right now when I said I feel like these are my boobs. When I felt them, when they take up the same amount of space as my old boobs used to take up. Until now, I think we are 70 more cc's into, maybe 100 cc's into, now I'm bigger. I don't like the way that's affecting my perception about this process. This is the one good part of this process. The end game. I'm starting to look like I have breasts again. These are breasts I like. I actually get to decide what they're going to feel like. There's going to come an appointment here really soon where I get to touch and feel and, do I want breasts that have this shape to them? Do I want them to feel squishy? Do I want them to feel, right? It's the one positive part of this process. And I don't feel like I'm able to experience it, in a positive way because of what's happening right now. So, ultimately, we'll see what happens when I see him November 8th. That's funny. Voting day. We'll see him. I hope he's voted by then. Maybe I should just mess with him and ask him, hey, did you vote? I won't. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm getting off track. Let me just pick a spot. Probably right here would be a good spot. Subscribe. I'm enjoying sharing this with you. Hopefully you are also enjoying watching the process, and maybe learning something, and maybe seeing that regular people live regular feelings and get regular types of upset. We get mastectomies too, and we get petty, and we go through it. I look forward to vlogging again. I'll talk to you soon.